Somebody's got to start the show.
I hope this works. Hello, welcome back to the Friends of Zeus podcast. This is episode 90. Is this 90?
This is 90.
All right. You can find us on all the podcast listening and viewing applications out there. Tonight we're doing our Halloween episode. Thus the reason why there's no faces showing right now, because we want to do a slow reveal and show exactly how ridiculous we look. That being said, I guess we'll start off. We determined that Tom would be the first one to show his costume.
I don't know why, but okay. You're either going to think this is brilliant or you might think it's the lamest. But how do I turn it on? There we go.
Wow.
Nice.
These
I
are
like
real
it.
bars. I got a prop here.
Oh,
Are those real? Those aren't like a computer thing?
No.
I thought they
that's
were a
called
computer thing.
practical special effects.
You need to get a mug, a metal mug, a tin mug, and like scrape it back and forth on the
I've got
bars.
some like little ones, the kids play sets. I was going to bring one of those, but maybe later.
Yeah, sippy cup. Just run a sippy cup across it.
Tom, that's great. That's really great. I like it.
Tough, Tom.
Yeah, man.
Nice, well
So
done.
can you see my label? I'm a forgotten January 6th protester.
Yes.
Rotting away. All I did was just kind of walk in to the Capitol, stay
Yep.
behind the velvet ropes, just kind of took some selfies, walked back out, and here I am.
And here you are.
No charges, nothing, just wasting away.
It's totally sad.
All right, so I guess I'll pick the next one. The next one will be Miguel Wilkes.
All right, I'll go. So wait, I gotta this. All right.
Wow.
I'm the party, and I'm here to take all your money. I've got all your money. It's your 401k. This is all your savings. So I'm the party personified.
Wow. That's good stuff, Mike.
That's hilarious.
Well,
All
I
right.
had to keep it real, man.
Jack, how about you?
Okay. Well, I gotta say, I went a little more traditional Halloween, and I just want to say, boom.
I want to
You don't see
say
it.
Where is he?
Hey!
Oh,
Oh, man.
nice.
man.
Wow.
Nice.
Dude,
Well done.
very nice.
Thank
That'll
you.
scare the trick-or-treaters.
Absolutely. It's that time. So yeah, what I'm gonna do after the podcast is I'm gonna rob some graves and I'm gonna go ask for free candy.
That's awesome.
Yeah, even though today is October 25th, I'm gonna knock on some doors.
You get a candy
Oh,
bar
you
for that.
broke the fourth wall.
No,
You
we
didn't have
always
to say that.
we always say
Yeah, we
when we
always-
record the
Oh, that's-
podcast.
I know, I'm just kidding. All right, Desiree, you're up.
No, I don't want to go yet.
You have to, because mine is the creme de la creme.
But how do you know if mine's not the creme de la creme?
Yeah, I'm sure it's Desiree.
Yeah.
Yeah, it
Well-
should be ladies last.
I have
Sure.
not tested this on actual camera yet, so I don't know how it's gonna look. So,
Well, we're just celebrating.
hmm?
I said we're just celebrating. It's festive. Oh boy.
That's what I am.
Tulsi Gabbard.
Nice.
Is that what it is?
Yep.
I was thinking she was the AT&T
No.
girl.
No.
No.
Tulsi.
Not Tulsi.
You ever? That works.
No, it's not
Right.
Tulsi. She doesn't have the streak. It's not Tulsi.
Nope.
Oh, you're not Tulsi.
Mm-mm.
I think it's
give us a clue.
Long time ago.
Loretta Lynn.
Nope.
Lois Lane.
Nope.
Jackie Onassis.
Oh, blue dress.
Sarah
Monica.
Palin?
Getting
Monica.
warmer.
Monica Lewinsky.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my.
Oh,
Did you not see the
geez.
jizz on my shirt?
I see it now.
Is that what that is? I'm afraid to ask if that's like.
No, it's a wig. It's
No,
definitely a
it's-
wig.
Yeah.
No, I was gonna ask about the other stuff.
Oh. No,
Okay.
it's toothpaste.
That wraps another episode here at the Friends of Zeus podcast. He also jizz on my shirt. That's our next T-shirt. It's just a splotch right on the shirt.
It's not
All right.
jizz, it's toothpaste.
I thought, wow, how could we confuse you with Tulsi Gabbard?
I don't even know who that is. I don't even know what she looks like.
She's
It looks
Democrat.
like that.
Oh, well then, I don't know. Sure, I'm not. Be
All right.
whatever you want me to be.
All right, so we're missing
All right.
our host, man. Where's our host?
This thing's
All right.
scooching my eyes, man. Hold on.
Oh boy, the big reveal. I got a feeling.
It's probably right.
Oh my god. Oh my
Oh,
god.
No.
Oh, where's the music?
Well, we
Oh no.
were talking about the music, but it's gonna get us
I need-
banned.
where's the
so-
blue dot?
Look at the tattoo. You gotta show the tattoo.
He's got the puppy.
Oh my
What
God.
is that?
Is that the bodysuit?
Put the lotion in the basket.
That's good stuff.
Oh, we need to
All
get.
right.
I'm gonna have to edit in the music, Zeus.
We
Yeah,
can't. That's the thing.
Oh,
How come you can't?
Because they'll
they'll dim
the
us.
wig was spot on. Well,
Yeah.
maybe not spot on. He kind of.
Yeah, that's a great James Gum. That's good stuff, Zeus. Nice work.
I think one of my favorite
Thank you.
things from this evening was Zeus trying to explain to my second grade daughter what he was dressed as. That was pretty cool. I told her I was non-binary.
Non-binary.
My son saw me when I was like walking from my room to here in this room, and he goes,
Yeah.
"Oh, why do you have that hair on?" And I said, "I'm dressed in a costume." And he goes, "What are you?" And I said, "I can't tell you. You won't understand." He goes, and then I like was doing something, grabbed a drink, and he goes, "You're a Karen." I said, "Yep, sure am, Drake."
That's hilarious. Oh my gosh. Well, yeah, this is a good one. These are good. I might have to
Yeah.
keep the hair.
Yeah, nice work, everybody. That's good stuff.
What did you use on there, Jack? Is that like that's not marker, right? That's actual face paint?
Well, yeah,
Some-
it worked out kind of because I still had the Halloween makeup kit left over from the Joker
Oh.
last year,
Yeah.
and I was
Nice.
a little afraid it wouldn't work, but it still worked. And now I finally threw it away after this.
I like what you did with your nose. That's cool.
Thank you. Yeah, I'm actually going as Screaming Jay Hawkins.
Even I had to do a cameo here. This is my my daughter's pet Stuffy, and he's dressed up too.
A stuffy.
Well, he's a penguin, and my wife got him a dog's costume. So now he's dressed up. He's got
But
one.
you guys
Wish we had
go
chicken.
all out.
I wish I had a chicken bone I could put in a dog's mouth. Does a dog have a bone in the movie? She uses a chicken bone to like. Oh, that's
lure
right.
him
In the
down.
car.
Yeah,
You
by
have
the
no-
way, for our younger viewers, the movie's called The Silence of the Lambs, and
Go
you
watch it
need to go watch it.
immediately.
Yeah. Don't let Zeus like ruin it for you. It's a great movie.
You didn't like the tattoo? I thought the
love it.
tattoo.
The costume is amazing.
Did they see
Thanks.
the nipples too?
Oh yeah.
I gotta
I
look
thought
it
that
up.
was oh, okay. I thought that was like the drawing, like the marks for where to sew and cut.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Maybe that is
Maybe.
maybe if we did a deep dive into the movie, that's what it would be. But
Yeah.
Yeah.
all
Yeah,
I
By
know
the, way, by the way, that's a movie that could not be made now in 2022.
No, probably
hell
not.
no.
No,
Probably not.
no.
No.
Get a trans
Pick
star,
America's
so why not?
It's binaryism.
Oh, you
Whatever.
changed your name. Yeah, I gotta change my name too, so that
Oh, there
I
you
don't
go.
know. It might be
Monica.
okay because like
It does
wha-
have
it-
a pre-trans.
human attracted human flesh attracted persons is what it could be considered.
Well, that's true. They did. Netflix did pretty well with Dahmer. I guess you're right.
I don't think Dahmer was that good. Did y'all
Was
watch it?
Deep Down?
No.
Not
Yeah.
yet, no.
I didn't see Dahmer. No.
It's Jane Gum.
What about Jane Gum?
Or Jamie.
That's
Gum?
the name, right?
Yeah, that's the guy's name.
Just a little bit.
That's close
No,
enough.
it's Jame or Jamie.
I
I
love
think it's
how like
Jane.
the Foz camping episode graphic is still up on the whiteboard behind Zeus.
Wow.
The basement was perfect. It was
cool.
Perfect to come here.
Yeah, yeah,
Oh, is that from the camping trip?
yeah. It's
Yeah.
still up on the whiteboard.
Are you guys in the same room?
Yes.
You
No.
can't even tell.
Yeah, nice work with the audio, boys.
Yes. Well, that's what
Money,
you
money,
get
money.
on a microphone.
$100 microphone. So what are we talking about tonight? Easter?
I don't know. Yeah. you said.
Christmas?
So, I guess, I mean, there's a few things we wanted to talk about. Scary stories is always a
Mhm.
good one, and we can always revisit Jack's what I was going to say raccoon story, but that was my joke about it.
Yeah.
Because that's a good one. But Des, since you're newer to the show, what's your top like supernatural / what do you want to call it, paranormal
Halloween
story that you have?
Does it have to be something that happened to us or just one we heard?
Oh, by the way, did you guys notice I even had the gray stockings?
I did.
I crushed this.
It
was
puts
also out
lotion on the skin.
Yeah.
else gets a hose again?
Yeah, he was out in front of my house.
it gets the hose again.
Monica Lewinsky, was she breaking
Meh.
person?
I don't need lotion.
So tell us.
Anyway, well, here's the thing. I don't really believe in that shit. I'm not saying that ghosts aren't real, but
Yeah.
I'm also not saying that
That
they
you-
are real. Because, like, I don't want to piss any of them off,
Yeah.
but also if something weird happens, I just chalk it up to something weird happening. Like, I don't have any supernatural weird stories. I'm boring. I'm sorry.
Anything scary? Have you
I
ever?
did find a Chinese Ouija board the other day at an antique store. I was gonna buy it, but it was kind of cheese dick, so I didn't. Cheese dick.
Is that a Kansas term?
Cheese dick. No.
Yeah, it might be.
I think it might be.
Is that better? Yeah. Well, how about, okay, so you have some BTK knowledge.
hmm
We can go with that.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So okay, BTK. There's a lot of weird BTK things because I live in Wichita, obviously. So BTK. First of all, he was my brother's Boy Scout leader.
What?
Oh,
Oh,
wow.
wow.
Yeah, and he was like.
Did you ever meet him?
I never met him. No. He said that he was like just a normal dude, like nothing weird, like didn't get any like creeper vibes. He was just like a dad, just like a normal dude.
Wow.
Yeah, except for the fact that he was a Boy Scout leader, but that's a podcast for another show.
Yeah, that could be argued. So where he lived, he lived in Park City, Kansas. Where I live in Wichita, but I live like right northeast of Wichita, and it's called Bel Air, and it's like Bel Air and then Park City. So my house is like probably 2 miles from his house, from BTK's house. Well, it's not standing anymore, but isn't that crazy?
Wow.
Yeah.
That's crazy. That is crazy.
Wait a minute. Now, how old were you when all this like bind, torture, kill was going on?
So I wasn't around when the murders were occurring, but
Oh,
when
you're so young.
it was kind of like when I think it was like 15 or something, like when
He was caught.
He got caught.
Wow.
Wasn't the one that Patton Oswalt's wife like wrote a whole book about
Yes.
him?
Yes.
Was that
Who's
the
that?
same?
Pretty famous comedian. She was like she
She
wasn't
died.
even like a forensic person.
No, she just thought she was interested in it. She was just like a lay person, and she researched it for years, and she wrote this whole book. And I think
No, it was Golden State Killer. That's
oh,
what
it was
she
a Golden
yeah,
State Killer.
yeah.
Okay.
Funny thing, my dad, Golden State Killer. That's where I'm from. I'm from Martinez.
Wow.
So
Oh my
Contra
gosh.
Costa County, which was his stomping grounds, like right when I was stepping into the earth, was Golden State Killer. I don't know how people survived in California, honestly. Like it's just a serial killer city.
Yeah.
Well, California and
Wait.
Florida.
So pretty much wherever Desiree lives,
Serial
There's a
killers.
serial
Following
killer.
her around.
or where she decides to go for vacation, just destruction.
Destruction.
Yeah.
I'm a
Now,
fucking
did
black
you
cloud.
say- did they tear down the house? You said.
Yeah, they tore down the house. So
Really?
it's really, so this is gonna lead me into
They
murder
built,
houses.
they built a daycare there.
No, this will lead me into murder houses. So they were auctioning off the house, and somebody was gonna buy it for an outrageous amount of money. And the city of Park City bought it anonymously and tore down because they didn't want anyone to like buy it and then sell fucking everything, a piece of wood, blade of grass down and for memorabilia. So they just
Wow.
But it's funny how all the murder houses are still standing and people live in them.
Oh, the ones where they.
Oh, because
the
you can get them
victims.
you can get them for a fucking song, I'm sure.
A lot of states you don't have to acknowledge that.
It
There's
does-
some states you have to disclose.
You got something on your shirt there.
Oh,
Yeah.
No. God.
Oh boy.
tasty.
Oh dear.
Anyway.
This episode's getting banned.
It's just toothpaste.
Oh, Mike's losing it.
Anyway, so back to BCK.
Did you ever if you ate at Burger King?
That's BK.
Oh,
I worked at Burger King.
Oh, there you go. You're disconnected in every way.
yeah, this is
Yeah.
like 15. Yeah, this is like
I think
15.
Mike is the hamburglar over there.
That's
Yeah.
what I
Okay,
was
so-
thinking. I was thinking the same thing though.
So here's the story. Here's like the murder house story. Okay, so that's weird that his house is torn down and like all 5 of the actual murder houses are still standing. That's weird to me. Also, like the Chris Watts house had recently gone on the market and sold.
Creep.
Who's Chris Watts?
Who's
Chris
that?
Chris
The
and
one that-
Shanann Watts that like killed his wife and 2 kids, and she was
Yeah.
pregnant.
Put them in a oil.
Oil bin.
Oh yeah, I've heard that one.
I think I sent you guys a link one time on Facebook where it was like it was like a news story, and they showed like they had to have the perfect family because by appearance he's a good looking guy, she's a good looking girl, 2 beautiful children, and they had Chris Watts, what's her name, Shanae Watts, and the 2 kids. And that was the picture that they used. They like it was stock footage.
Oh, I heard about this. Yeah, you
And-
sent it. That's
yeah,
right. Okay.
and yeah, he was a piece of. I would gleefully go to prison to bury a knife in that guy's neck. What a piece of garbage he was.
So, but it's a nice house. Like it's in Colorado. It's a pretty nice house. But they had a really hard time selling it. They sold it for dirt ass cheap. But I don't know. I don't think I would have a problem living in that house.
No, that was a nice house.
Oh,
Um,
you
Wow.
guys.
So here's the difference.
It's all being pragmatic, Jack.
Here's the thing.
Didn't he kill them? Didn't he kill them in the house?
Yeah, but he
Yeah.
just smothered them. I mean, not to say that he just smothered them, but like it's not like I don't know.
He smothered that. No,
People
he
die in the
actually
house all
killed
the
the
time.
girls in the car. He killed the girls in the car because when he finally revealed that what he did, he was taking them out to the oil dumpster. He was going to kill them there, and then the one woke up and he oh god, what a piece of
Yeah.
garbage.
Yeah,
Yeah,
terrible.
So yeah, but by that rationale, Zeus, you would buy the car.
Mm.
No, it was a Ford truck. Ford.
Oh yeah, no.
Wasn't a good car.
Yeah.
Fix or repair.
I got a
daily.
Toyota. What'd you say?
Fix or repair daily.
Yeah.
Okay, so they have here we also had this other house that in Wichita that recently went up for sale. This house, it's called the Fager, Fager, Fager murders. So this is kind of a messed up story. So it was back in the 80s, like late 80s, and this dad and his 2 daughters were at home. The mom like had gone out of town with some friends for the weekend. Well, this murderer comes over, knocks on the door, shoots the dad in the face. As soon as he answers the door, takes the 2 girls. I don't know what he does with them. Probably sexually assaults them, brutally murders them. They're all mangled. And then he puts them, they have like a hot tub in their basement. So he puts them in the hot tub for the whole weekend, and they're like cooking in this hot tub. And that's what the mom comes home to.
Oh,
Well, yeah. So they just like, I guess had the hot tub bodies and hot tub removed and then just left. Like they left all the shit in the house. And when it sold at auction like 5 years ago, It sold for like $120,000, and then whoever bought it recently just sold it again for like 300 and redid the whole thing, just like beautiful. It looks really nice. But sold it for like 320, and that was even below what it was worth. And it's still on there, says this house was the scene of a quadruple murder or a triple murder or whatever. And it's like, dang, that's scary.
I would buy a murder house in like 4 seconds. I got no qualms.
Well,
with
there's
buying
some
a
people
murder
that
house.
would,
Yeah,
but there's some people
no.
that wouldn't. So,
I'll bring
Yeah, I would
love
not.
and joy into the murder house.
Okay, here's
Really?
the fourth murder house. So we have this other house. It's called in this neighborhood called Vicarage, and it's like a higher it's like old money.
Okay.
So this house, this story is called the Heads of Vicarage. So it's kind of
Ooh, I
a
like
similar,
that. Sounds
yeah,
British.
similar type of deal. Like there was a babysitter and two like younger kids at home. Murderer comes over. I don't know what he does with the babysitter. I can't remember if she died or not or killed her. But the kids like run out of the house, and they're like the house had like a retaining wall, and so the kids are like trying to get over the wall. Well, murderer shoots them dead. They die, fall off the wall. And so to commemorate the kids, they put up like bronze gilded statues of these kids like climbing over the wall.
What?
And like their little heads with these just creepy, like scared faces, that because they're getting ready to get murdered. And they just pop
Put
over the wall.
life-size
Put that
bronze
up.
statues of the kids climbing the wall.
Mhm.
Oh, we gotta see if we can get pictures of that.
please.
Well,
yeah.
Someone
You cannot. Just the other day, I was like, "What? There's got to be a Google Earth of this." And so I was like, trying to find it, and it's not. There's like 2 articles on the internet about it, and you can't. The website doesn't work anymore. But just a couple years ago, when I was looking this up, there was tons of information about this.
We
So
gotta get our
somebody
control
must have
room in
wiped it, or it was a Mandela effect. But I don't
We
think so.
need a producer so bad.
Oh, they're over there. They're working on it right now.
Back in the Rogan room.
What was What was the name of the house, or what's the name of it?
Vicarage.
Heads of Vicarage.
That is a great name.
It sounds like a
they
great
really
band
picked
name.
a good name to die under.
Well,
That
no,
is
it
a
sounds
good
like a
band
band name.
Yeah, the Heads of Vicarage. Yeah.
I
Yeah.
tried looking up on Reddit, everything, man. I couldn't find shit.
Yeah, the murder at.
I'm feeling kind of Jovi right now.
Bon Jovi looking.
Yeah.
What about like the Amityville Horror House? Would you live there? Would you
Fuck
buy that
yeah.
house? I don't think I'd do that. I don't think I
Here's
could
my
buy that house.
thing.
I don't
Like,
think I could buy the
oh,
Heads of Vicarage house or the
I would
Amityville
not.
Horror House.
No.
You don't believe in ghosts?
No. If they do exist, they're travelers from another dimension. I don't believe that once you die, you float around and do all this bullshit. I just don't. I love the supernatural. I probably believe in Bigfoot more than I believe in ghosts.
Wow.
I also agree, but at the same time, if they happen to exist, I don't want to be around a pissed off one.
True.
What's it gonna do? Float through you? Ooh.
I don't know.
I
I think it's just more
don't-
like the evil spirit or evil presence that would be there, more so than a ghost.
I think in a murder house, though, I think those would be friendly ghosts.
Yeah,
Maybe.
they're like done with anger.
They're letting it go.
Yeah,
No,
if it
but
was like kids
yeah.
or like the Shanann and her kids, I bet you they're nice. They're nice ghosts.
Oh
They
my
could
God.
coexist.
Did I ever tell you guys my ghost story?
No.
It was
I don't
a
think
story.
so.
I mentioned my ghost story, the 2 like points of light, and that's what got Jack to tell his story.
Oh, is
I
that
don't
the
think
one
I
where
ever-
everything went?
That was
No, I
Jack's
think
story.
that was the same night though.
We'll repost that one on Facebook, I'm sure, coming up on Halloween. It's my story. I was in an apartment, and speaking of murder house, I don't know if it was a murder apartment or not, but there was a strange stain on the floor in the living room, kind of reddish.
Yeah, it's
That was there when I moved in.
Is it like the one on Desiree
Except
shirt?
for red.
No, well, bigger.
Oh.
But one night I was sitting at my desk in the bedroom, working on some like homework or something, and I caught like off to my side these 2 green points of light. I call them like green eyes because that's how high they were up off the ground, and that's how far apart they were, as if they would be someone's eyes. and it wasn't like out of the corner of my eye, because I actually turned from my desk. They were like in the hallway outside my door, the bedroom door, and I turned and looked because it was dark out there, and looked straight on, and they were still there. They didn't go away, and they slowly like floated towards the living room, and
Jack
that
is
was it.
Grossed.
But there was a stain on the floor in the living room that, I just never thought twice
Kool-Aid.
about it. But who knows? But that was now I don't know what it was. Could have
Wow.
been my mind playing tricks on me, but
Well,
could
so
have been a spirit.
have you guys, I forget what it's called. Des, you'll know. When you like, it's along the lines of like a seizure where you're sleeping, but your eyes are open and you're taking in information, but
Like sleep paralysis.
Like
sleep paralysis, yes.
It's like being at work.
Yes.
I've never experienced that, but my husband says he has.
I have. But it's not an exciting story, but I feel like a lot of these things have their basis. Like I'm the big anti-ghost guy here. I feel like a lot of these things have their basis in things like paralysis.
If the story starts off, where I was sleeping or I was laying in bed and I saw this or heard that, then I'm always kind of skeptical. But I was wide awake. I was sitting at my desk working on, homework. So
I mean,
not under the influence either.
I may have told this story before. I don't know, but when I first moved in where Zeus lives into that building, like I don't know,
The murder building.
the what?
Murder house.
The murder
Yeah,
building.
well,
Murder
was-
condos.
The murder
condos.
So I had a very disturbing night of sleep and a very vivid dream where I was basically someone who was getting murdered, and like very disturbing. And I like woke up screaming. Like I never do that.
Did you die in your dream?
In your dream.
He's here.
I don't know. That's a good question. No, it was
Well,
more attack.
they always say like if you die in your dream.
Yeah, no, I
Yeah.
don't think I died in the dream, but it was very involved, and it was like definitely like domestic violence type of thing. Anyway, so I talked to my wife about it, and a few days later, I was like, that was so powerful and so strong. So I started looking up police reports, and this was in 2015, I think, and I found out that it's like 1983 or 1984. This guy murdered his wife like in that building, which I don't know if I ever told you that. And
Ooh, Zeus lives in a murder house.
and he ended up like escaping, and he was like on the run for like a couple weeks and ended up getting into like a firefight with Fairfax County police officers. It was like made huge. It was a huge story. I mean, I never heard of it because I grew up in Baltimore, but I went and I checked like old newspapers and all this stuff. Anyway, that kind of freaked me out because it was similar circumstances. And I was like, I wonder if it's the same unit. Like I could never find out. I never found out what unit it was, but I was like, that's really strange. And this is a whole other conversation, but I was
Have you ever tried like diedinhouse.com?
No.
Well, you should try that and put the address in. The
giving us
apartment
I
number.
will. No, what's it called?
Diedinhouse.com.
So
anyway, so whatever that is, it was definitely something because I don't have dreams like that very often. I do have dreams where I'm someone that's like back during the teens a lot, and that's a whole other podcast. It's like, do you guys have recurring dreams like through your life where you go back to the same place or you're the same person?
Yeah.
Nope.
No?
I don't dream.
It's not like a regression dream, but it's just like a recurring theme.
I'm like, it's like I go back and I'm in the same, I'm always kind of like, anyway, that's a whole other podcast. Anyway.
It's like a reincarnation thing?
It's like yeah, kind of like that. But this one that where Zeus lives, I mean, it was disturbing. And the fact that I found like the report and everything and how similar it was, I don't know, whatever you call that. It kind of freaked me out though.
Wow.
Sorry.
So I'm getting prepared for a scary story. So you guys keep talking.
Look, this is
okay, so when I was looking at murder houses, I found one that was like 2 miles away from you, Mike.
Mm-hmm. What, you found one 15 miles away from me?
Like 2 miles away from you. That's a pretty good one.
We're not giving out addresses, right?
No.
Tom's breaking out.
Let's not discuss addresses or actual names of places.
I'm not.
Yeah, because of all of our millions of viewers will swarm on that house.
Exactly.
Get
Can't
dogs.
have that.
But it was like, oh, where is it? Oh, shit. Anyway, this house, like, I guess, like, a
Is this
murder
in
happened, and
Kansas?
then no, this is where Mike lives, like 2 miles away from him.
In
I'm sure there's
Maryland,
plenty.
Maryland.
God,
Oh.
There's
Maybe
so
it's
many
from you,
murders
Tom.
in like Baltimore and Maryland.
Yeah,
It
it's
could,
2
the
miles
whole
from
city
Mike
is
and
like a
you-
murder city.
Thanks, dude. Fantastic,
And he
Zeus.
comes from
Hey,
Baltimore.
Zeus, can I get your social security number here? I just want to share it with some people here on the
What did he
podcast.
do?
Okay.
Nothing. All right.
So we
You
were
guys
out.
know? Oh, good.
We were out on a camping trip. You guys may know of, and
Oh,
we
you're gonna show the picture?
yes. And we have. In fact, here's the game we're gonna play. Except for Dez, unless you want to engage, I say we create a story for the picture because the picture is epic. So we were on a camping trip, and one of our co-campers, she loses her phone, and we get this creepy, I think creepy, picture of a young boy girl, because I don't know, they them, and
girl.
and
It doesn't look like a
this-
boy at all. What are you talking about?
You'll see. You'll see. Where are they? Okay. So we get this picture of this young them. Because again, I really just don't even know. I still firmly believe, Jack, you'll probably agree that it was enough androgynous. The picture, you know who I'm talking about, right, Jack?
Yeah, I think we all do, except maybe
Mhm.
Desiree.
No, I know. I saw that episode.
There you go.
I would
Yeah,
show the demon and
Yeah,
the
give me
fire.
the picture.
Yeah, that's a better story, Tom.
Yeah,
What's that?
the demon and the fire.
No, it was the ghost of a dog.
And not the
I don't
Edie
know.
Brickell album.
I saw a demon.
I saw.
Oh no, there were two
I
different
remember
pictures. One
correctly,
picture had
I
a dog.
saw the Patrick Swayze holding up Jennifer, what's her name, Grey.
Jennifer Grey.
I had the time of my life, but
Yeah, that's because you were super high and you just watched the movie.
I don't know what you're talking about, Jack. I am a nurse. I would not be super high.
That's true. You're just high on life.
I was
There
high.
you go. High on life.
Yeah.
Are you still pulling that picture up?
I
Should we
am.
talk
You
about
guys
favorite
talk
Halloween
amongst
candy?
yourselves.
Yeah,
I love candy.
Yeah,
Candy's
no,
my
the
favorite.
better the better
Oh.
ghost story was the fire dog. I thought.
The fire
The
dog.
fire dog
Oh.
was a good ghost story.
Well, while Zeus is doing this, so what you got to pick your all-time favorite candy.
Candy. I was
Halloween
just thinking that.
I'll go first.
Milky Way.
Milky
Oh,
Ways.
sorry.
Milky Ways?
That's what Tom said.
Oh, I love Milky Ways.
What kind of douchebag likes Milky Way?
gotta go with the
Milky Way's
Snickers,
good.
man.
Milky's good.
Hey, take it easy.
Okay, no, for me it's Goldberg peanut chews, man.
Oh,
Halloween
there
candy?
is that little
Nothing
angel.
better. She's gonna own this podcast one day. I can tell you that.
Look, if we get some pub from it, I don't really care.
I mean, how can you be found if a picture is on your own phone, right? That you didn't take. How much liability do you have?
Right, it's on.
You have
our-
zero liability. It's fine.
Yeah.
No,
I
okay,
don't
so
understand why you think it's creepy.
It's creepy.
it's creepy.
I don't think it's
She's
creepy.
just playing a prank on you. You left your
Yeah.
phone, so
It's like
she goes and
hacked.
takes the phone and
Like
takes
someone-
a
The
selfie.
creepy part is the delicate curls in the hair and the slight mustache that the young man female has.
Here we
There's
go.
a very non-binary vibe here.
Yeah, we know how you feel about those people, Zeus.
Mm-hmm.
I like the non-binaries. I just like them over 18.
Hmm.
I think that's a fair.
Well, it doesn't help that like Michael Myers, she had the blackest eyes, the devil's eyes.
Hey Tom,
Like doll's eyes.
the thumbnail
Like
for
dolls'
this
eyes.
episode should be the Thelma and Louise car going off the cliff.
Yeah, that's a
That
good
would
one.
be the good
We're
thumbnail
not doing
for-
that bad. We might be hitting the rails, and
When do we not hit the rails?
we're on the shoulder a little bit, but we're not completely off yet.
So,
No,
how about
no.
some more favorite candies? We
Oh,
got Goldberg peanut
Favorite
cheese.
candies? Or here's my complaint, actually, is why don't they ever give you freaking Jolly Ranchers? Like the greatest candy.
Because
Ever.
it's
Because that's not the
2022.
greatest candy.
Your favorite candy is Jolly Ranchers?
Love Jolly Ranchers.
What?
You're fucking lame.
Dude,
You got cum on your shirt. Who are you talking to?
Yeah, and it might be my favorite candy.
you're gonna
Whoa.
fit right in the nursing home.
Jolly Ranchers are
Yeah.
delicious.
I know, but it takes
Green
like
apple?
6 hours to eat them, and they pull your fillings out.
I'm
Do you
diabetic.
like
I need to
Oh,
extend the
okay,
length of the
okay.
do
candy.
you like the Jolly Rancher suckers?
No. It's gotta be.
I mean, they're just a Jolly Rancher in a different shape on a stick.
nah, that's
Yeah, but
different.
they're
It's
sharp,
different.
dude. They cut the
That's all
inside
they are.
screws.
Way too many sucking jokes.
They're way too sharp. They're way sharp.
What, Jolly Ranchers?
Yeah, you open them up and they cut your mouth open.
Yeah, that's because you're a wuss. You're not manly enough for Jolly Rancher.
Jolly Ranchers. I mean, of all candies.
What? Okay,
mean, not
so
even
what's
like-
your favorite hard candy then? Is it the Brock's, the
Werther's
butterscotch?
Original or
I like butterscotch. Oh.
I don't know if I like hard candy. Actually, it's not a candy, but I do have a very big problem with French burnt peanuts by
What
Brock's.
the fuck are those?
They're
French
peanuts
burnt?
with this like red coating on them that look like bumpy. They're like-
Boston baked beans?
Hmm?
Oh,
Yeah, I
I
don't
think
like
I
They
know
call
what
them
you're
French
talking about.
burnt peanuts. That's
I
what they
think
call
they're
them.
called Boston baked beans.
What?
I think they're called Boston baked beans.
Boston baked. You know
Is
what?
that what those are?
An
Well,
under.
I know what Boston baked beans are, but I don't know what Boston baked beans candy are.
Oh, well, they sell them at the dollar store, so.
It's a candy?
And that's the candy you're talking about.
Do they still sell candy cigarettes? Or
No.
those-
Oh, hell,
No?
I think.
not a chance in hell.
No, I think
So-
they do. I saw them if you go to the candy
They-
store in the mall that has like the complete selection of everything. It's
They just
still
call them
there.
candy sticks.
And you know,
Yeah.
and okay, how about the worst candy ever?
Hold on, I didn't say my favorite.
Yeah.
What's
Okay,
your
so
Okay, Monica.
my favorite Halloween candy is dots.
Dots.
Really?
You
Those
can't
little
even eat-
things on
yeah.
the paper.
Yeah, because if you open your dots and you get all of one color, like that's the luckiest thing in the world.
I didn't know. So, okay, you got to explain this. So, you can get, because I know they're like rainbow colors.
Yeah.
You're saying you can open them up sometimes and they're all one color?
Yeah,
And what's that mean? Do you win a prize?
I don't know, but it feels lucky. Feels like I need to go buy a lottery ticket.
That's amazing. No,
At the
I
casino.
never even thought about dots.
Yeah, what if it's a flavor that you don't really care for though? Then you just got like you may as well
Like
get a
the
rock.
lemon.
Then you just go and you just get a new box.
Oh, I thought of another one. Frozen Heath bars.
Ew, who likes a heat
Frozen.
bar?
You
Yeah,
like a frozen
he
Heath bar,
likes
but you don't
toffee.
like a Jolly
Toffee's
Rancher
good.
because it takes off your filling. That's the same thing.
Yeah, that's right. That's right up there with Jolly Ranchers. What kind of imbecile are you?
Okay. Reese's
But also-
peanut butter cup.
That's my favorite
Oh.
all-time candy. Just
Yeah.
not Halloween
Reese's-
candy. Those are
Okay,
so good.
that kind of doesn't count because that's like a gimme.
And it's a food-
everybody loves Reese's.
Dude,
peanut butter
Reese's
cups.
is a
No.
food group.
Yes.
You got, you got
It's like
Reese's is a
tea,
food group.
grains, dairy,
Yeah.
Reese's.
Yeah, you got, it's a food group. Reese's is amazing.
What are you eating right now, Jack?
That would be a mini or a fun-sized Snickers bar, which is also like a food group.
Again, Snickers, like
Snickers-
certain candies, we can't even like
Snick-
put into this group because
Snickers is like
they're
a candy-
obviously great.
Snicker. Oh, Hershey's bar, but no, Snickers.
Zeus.
Like God created Snickers on like the
Okay,
seventh day.
Zeus, let's
Yeah,
tell
right.
them because I don't think they know about
Snickers
the
ice cream bars too.
the weird history of Hershey's for Polish people.
Oh yeah, come on.
Has-
I
has
got
your
no
wife
clue
talked about
because
this?
I stopped listening to Polish people like 7 years ago.
So in
No.
Poland, everybody in Poland, my wife included, when they smell Hershey's, they can smell the vomit, the vomit, the
vomit.
vomit, because
What?
it's actually got like bile in there, mix as part of the recipe.
Yeah.
That's bizarre.
Yeah.
What? You're
does.
just making
Did-
that up.
Hey,
I
listen,
know.
guys, I'll be right back.
I'll send you a link.
Did you know that like on the average there's like 8 spiders in a Hershey chocolate vat? I don't know where something about spiders in
No.
there.
Just in case there's any
That
Hershey
doesn't
lawyers
sound
watching, I need
But
you
no,
to
they actually put
explain-
that in
Trust
the
me,
recipe.
no Hershey lawyers watching. Be
Where do
quiet.
they get the bile?
I don't
What the
know,
hell
but
is that supposed to
I don't
mean?
think it's like a person throwing up over in the bucket, but it's somehow it's in there. I'd have to look. You can look up the story
I'm
of how
gonna
it
throw
got
the
in,
challenge flag.
but I
on this.
can't smell it. Most
Yeah.
Americans can't smell it at all.
I'm
But
gonna call
people from
bullshit.
Europe, they smell it. They hate it.
That's
So
like
then-
people
You don't
from
like
Europe
it.
saying root beer tastes like medicine. They're weird.
It is kind of, yeah. Root beer does have a
Well,
little medicinal flavor.
Yeah, I can't imagine that Hershey, like, he's got this amusement park and then he's putting bile in kids' candy, like some kind of demented Willy Wonka, trying to take the kids out. It's just
Oh.
messed up. I don't believe that.
So on your guys' last Halloween podcast, y'all were talking about the whole myth of the fucking drugs and needles and Halloween candy.
Mm.
Yeah.
So there actually is an origin to that, to answer the mystery question. And the origin is apparently back in the day, somebody poisoned their kid with cyanide and blamed it on the Halloween candies. Like the Halloween candy didn't actually poison them. They just said that. But
Isn't
come
there,
to find out,
aren't there like no actual cases of like razor blades?
there is one in Canada of razor blades and apples, but that's not candy.
Yeah. And that's what you get for eating apples on Halloween.
Yeah, talk about a bad trick or treat.
Why are you giving? Yeah, no
I
one's
don't want
giving
an
you.
apple.
No. I'll
You
take
know
the
what?
popcorn ball. I will take that.
You know what?
Yeah, I forgot about the popcorn.
Starburst I used to like.
Yeah, Starbursts are mine.
Ooh, did you know you can get an all pinks package? Ooh,
No.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they
it's the
have that.
best.
Yeah, but pink is the worst.
Yeah.
it's the best.
Oh, you know, I love the reds, the Starburst reds.
Yeah,
Yeah, those are
those
good.
make my salivary glands like
I
tannins come out. I don't
So-
like it.
At the risk that I already told this story, I'll tell it again. But when I was a kid, like probably like 8, 9 years old, we used to go down to the local Wawa and shoplift candy. And I used to
Grab
get the
those.
Starburst pack, and my friend Keith and I, we would walk back to our house down the street and we would challenge each other to get every Starburst in our mouth. Like
Oh, boy.
out of I mean, I'm talking the original packs, right? And
Mhm.
so, and you're little, so you're all, and then
Is
we
this
would-
like Chubby Bunny with Starbursts?
kind of, I guess, I don't know, but it was so big you could barely get it out of your mouth. And then there was this road sign on the road back to our house, and we'd go like and like squish it on the back of the road sign. And I'm telling you, years later, like I was driving, I was like, I don't know, 18, going back through there, and there was still the Starburst on the back of the street sign. Man.
Wow.
That stuff is like it can withstand a nuclear blast. That's all I'm
They
saying.
should just build the roads out of that.
You just build the roads out of chewed Starbursts.
Do y'all remember Tootsie Pops? And like
I did
some of
take
them
Starbursts.
some of them on the wrapper would have like the Indian shooting the star with his bow.
The Jiffy Pop
No.
popcorn.
No, like the Tootsie Pops.
Tootsie
Roll.
Pop. Okay,
Wait,
yeah.
what was
Yeah.
it? It was someone shooting.
Like you know how the all the little figures on the Tootsie Pop roll thing package.
Oh, yeah.
If you unrolled it and you like
Mhm.
flatten it out, some of them would have an Indian like with his bow shooting an arrow, like or shooting a star.
Oh, okay.
Bow and arrow. Some of them would, but some of them wouldn't. Do
I
you
didn't know
remember
that.
those? Oh, well, our ice cream man, if you collected so many of them, you could get free ice cream. I don't know what he did with them, but maybe it
That
was
is
something good.
crazy.
Maybe he
Have you ever
owns
looked it
stock
up?
in like Tootsie.
Maybe he did.
Have
Maybe
you ever
he
looked it up?
What? I know. I just never thought of it till now.
Is this another Monica joke about how many licks does it take?
Nope.
Would you stop with the? Oh my god!
Yeah.
This is one after another.
The only thing I can think of is that wait, real quick here, Desiree. Did this guy sell Tootsie Rolls? Or
No,
Tootsie-
you had to get them at the gas station or wherever Tootsie
Okay,
Pops
so I
are
thought it
sold.
was a way of him
Wait,
to
who
sell
are we
more
talking
Tootsie
about? I might know
Rolls.
this one.
No,
And then no, it wasn't just Tootsie Rolls. It was just
Food
Tootsie
Hall.
Pops.
Tootsie Pops. So he didn't sell Tootsie Pops.
No, he sold the ice cream and
So
probably
he was
drugs,
trying to
but
sell more Tootsie Pops. Okay.
no, he wouldn't. He wouldn't sell. I don't. That's the thing. It's like, why would he take that as payment? Maybe it was just.
Sounds
I
like
don't
a
know.
Disney
Maybe he
Coral
had one of
story.
those things where you collect enough, like
Yeah.
of the
Like Tootsie Pop points or something, like Coke points, or yeah.
yeah, like the cereal boxes. Would you collect
Maybe.
enough of the barcodes? You turn it in and you get something or whatever.
Way to
Yeah.
date
something like
yourself there, Tom.
We didn't have Google back then, so I never Googled it.
that. Way to date myself.
Yeah. Way back when we used to use the telegraph lines.
You're the guy that's looking into the mirror saying that you'll fuck yourself. So I'm not dating myself. You're dating yourself.
Oh my goodness, man. Okay, so let's keep anyone not answer. So you're Milky Way, Tom? Milky
I
Way.
would go Milky
Jack.
Way. I got
Good
my
answer.
Three Musketeers because I don't like the nuts and the Snickers. Don't say
Apparently
anything,
you're a nougat
Monica.
guy.
but-
Yeah.
I like a good nougat.
What the hell is nougat?
Nougat.
Nougat
about
is
this one?
sugary styrofoam.
Yeah, Kit
Kit
Kat's
Kat,
rock.
baby.
Kit
Hey,
Kats
have
are-
you seen those green Kit Kats?
I got a
Mhm.
Twix.
Did you?
Oh yeah, no, Twix is my favorite.
I didn't
but
know they had. I didn't know they had green.
Twix
Want me to
is
open
your
it up on air?
favorite?
I love the Twix bar, but I remember when I was young, like Halloween, I used to love the what was it called? Crackle? The Crackle
Oh,
bar?
yeah.
Crackle's good.
Which is basically Mr. Goodbar
Here's
under.
No, no,
Green
no.
nougat.
green
It's,
inside.
no,
Nah,
it's,
Crackle was.
It
Crackle
tastes weird,
was-
doesn't it?
Oh, like Nestle's Crunch. It was
Yes.
Hershey's answer to Nestle's
Yeah.
Crunch.
Tastes weird.
right.
Yes, they're like, take this, bitch.
It was kinda like
I
that.
got your Rice Krispies and chocolate, fucker.
The one I hate the most is the Mr. Goodbar. We get those on Halloween. I just toss them.
Mr.
Oh.
Goodbar is a solid chocolate
It's
bar.
a solid
about-
chocolate
I
bar.
hate
How
it.
about what
It really
call
is.
No, because they have different ones. They have like the dark and like or special dark or whatever, and then they have like the crispy one.
Special
Got
bar.
peanuts in it.
You know what I never got into was the $100,000 bar or whatever. It was.
100 grand?
Oh, I used to love that.
I think it
100
went
grands
through
are good.
various, amounts of
inflation?
money. I think
Is
there
it
was
$1 billion
I think
bar
it
now?
began as $1
'Cause
million.
you weren't with the
bar,
party back then.
Then
Mike.
inflation got involved.
And then now it's even more.
And I think now it's like a 250
I
bar.
think it was $100,000 was the first one.
Hey, do you guys remember when you were kids? Do you remember that awful candy, the bit of honey?
Oh, that's
Bit of
the
honey.
Yeah,
worst.
those are terrible.
Yeah, man.
It's terrible. That's the worst candy. I think that's the one I would like get rid of. I'd throw it away.
Like an almond joy.
I think
Oh, almond joys are
Yeah.
my worst. I'm allergic to
Yeah.
those.
Oh,
I like an almond joy. I don't like a mount.
I don't like either one
I
of them.
like the.
Actually, I never had them,
the,
so
I like the tastiness of the
Sometimes
almond.
you feel like a nut.
sometimes don't.
Yeah.
You know, I think the worst candy of all time is like, I don't know if they do this anymore. They definitely don't do it because of COVID, but when you go to like a semi good restaurant, like not a nice restaurant, but not
Oh.
McDonald's, it'd be like Days Inn restaurant or
Oh, like those chalky mint.
the pit
The
we-
buttermints, like
we
the
would-
little.
Piss mints. No, they would be in the bowl.
Are the red and white ones?
They'd be in the bowl at the checkout at the cashier, you know, and it'd be a little spoon or whatever, but no one used a spoon.
No, you just.
They just reach in with their hands, so it's like you're getting, and no one washed their hands in the bathroom, and we used to call them piss mints. But anyway,
Piss mints.
that's
No.
great.
You know what else? You know what else is terrible, and it's such a staple is those little candy corns.
I
actually
hate
like-
candy corns.
No, I like
That's the
candy
worst
corns.
Halloween candy.
You hate them,
Got it.
candy
Oh, I know.
corns
you
are
bite
a
off
necessary evil.
you bite off each color, and plus you can like stick them under your gum, and it gives you
Yeah,
fangs.
but they don't taste good, Mike.
Mm-mm.
I
No,
don't know.
they're
Like,
just
pure sugar, I think.
They taste like you're eating a
might as
glue
well take a
stick.
spoon of sugar and just shovel it into your mouth.
I'm for candy corn.
And
I'm
for
pro
some
candy corn.
reason, they never gave them to you in little individual packets of candy corn.
You got to buy 5 pounds
Like
of them.
one candy corn.
But it was loose. It was like
Oh,
it was
yeah, they
like
was broken
grabbing
down.
gummy bears.
That's a good point. I've never seen like a
Ooh,
little
gummy
fun
bears.
pack of.
Solid candy.
Candy
Gummy
corn.
bears are good.
Haribo.
Gummy cokes.
There you go.
Gummy cokes are good.
Yeah.
Cokes are good. Gummy sharks.
No, I'm not a gummy.
I'm not a gummy either. I can't do it.
I don't like Sour Patch Kids. Those are
Gummy
gross.
is pretty good.
Sour Patch Kids.
Awesome.
Yuck.
Oh,
Mm.
wait a minute. I just thought of one. What about sweet tarts? You get the little
Oh,
2-pack.
yes.
Yes.
I'm more of a
Love sweet
spree
tarts.
guy. Do you
I
remember-
like bottle caps.
I remember Sprees. They had a shell on them.
Oh,
They're about as big as
delicious.
a dime.
Yeah.
What about
they're-
nerds? Nerds is a good one.
I love
Nerds
Nerds rope. Fire.
And you get 2 flavors in a box.
Yeah,
Right.
Get one on one side and one on the other side.
Yeah,
and then they
that
got
was fun.
crazy. They give you like I'm sorry, I'm gonna fix my hair.
I know. it's all right.
They give you the the mixed flavors like grape and freaking watermelon in one shot, and you could
Oh,
eat
yes.
all of them
The
from
little
one side
box.
and not eat them from the other side,
Yes.
Mhm.
or you can just mix the
Or
shit
mix
up
them
and
all
go
together. It'd
crazy.
be nuts.
Hey, do you guys remember, guys around like my age, all you guys, I think except Des, do you guys remember Pop Rocks?
Oh,
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
Oh yeah,
Pop
they
Rocks.
killed Mikey from the Life commercials.
Yeah, they sell them under a different name now.
He drank a Coca-Cola with him and they exploded his
Exploded
stomach.
his
Come on
That's
now.
right.
Who doesn't know about that?
Is that true?
That's an urban legend.
I looked that up and it is 100% true.
No, he actually got killed in Mike's house.
Actually, guys, we've been meaning to wait to reveal this because we didn't want you to know that we have a celebrity on the show, but this is actually Mikey.
He'll eat
That's
him.
not true.
Yeah,
Do you guys even like Life cereal?
I used to really like it.
I don't know if I've ever had Life cereal.
I was tortured with grape nuts.
Yeah,
My
dad loved
mom
grape
felt
nuts.
like that was the
Gross.
thing
I
on the
never had either
And
one.
the box was like this big. It came in like a little tiny box
because it had tinier
in
kernels.
tiny little pieces. And you would-
Isn't Life cereal just like Chex Mix? Just
yeah, but it has a
rebranded.
little bit of sugar in it. Life cereal was for kids that parents didn't let them eat regular sugar cereals, but it was like sweeter than Cheerios.
That's
It
probably
was
why I
like
never ate
corn
it.
puffs.
Oh.
Don't
My
eat
ass was eating
Captain
Trix
Crunch.
and Captain Crunch.
And the
Yeah, the
what's
worst cereal was Total.
Yeah.
So yeah.
It
Good
tastes
choice.
Unfrosted unfrosted wheat.
I'm gonna go with
Cornflakes.
grape nuts was the worst cereal.
Those are pretty bad.
Total was just a
Toast
bowl
Crunch.
of like, it was like a bowl of dried leaves.
Yeah.
Just
You know,
So-
I-
Being a psych nurse
Yeah.
on the unit, we have.
Wait. What?
I know.
You're
I'm
a
a
psych
psych
nurse?
Oh, okay. I'm learning something every day.
You couldn't tell by
I know.
my luxurious womanhood here. That is the number one cereal that they go for
What?
every time. The
Toast?
Cinnamon Toast Crunch.
So
Never
Yeah.
liked it.
Cinnamon Toast Crunch is amazing.
Yeah.
It tastes like cinnamon toast
But crunchy.
in your milk. This was 20 years ago. I went to a bar, I met a friend of mine, and we're like chatting or whatever. And so we're like ordering a drink, and
I'm just looking at you with the mask.
I'm like trying to decide what to do. And the bartender's like, "You want a cinnamon toast crunch?" And I was like, "What?"
Yeah, I do.
Yeah, it's like rum chata and Fireball with like something else.
Oh.
And it tasted exactly like the milk when you're done eating cinnamon. It was amazing.
My favorite drink like that is a lemon cake. Have you
I've
ever had
never
one of
had
those?
that.
It's delicious, and the things that go into it to make it taste like lemon cake are
It's
not.
just unbelievable.
It's like Goldschlager and freaking Foster's Lager. It's like the weirdest combination of liquors, and it tastes just like a cake that was made from glorious lemons.
Everyone's
Yeah,
like,
but-
it's real gold.
Do you guys remember the Dr. Pepper shooters when you were younger?
No, what was in that?
It was you get a beer, like a mug
Oh.
of beer.
Yes, I do.
You get a shot glass. You pour amaretto into the shot glass with a top of Bacardi 151, and you light that. You light that on fire.
Yeah.
You drop it into the beer, and then you chug the beer, and it goes down like nothing, and it tastes like Dr. Pepper.
Dude, that's awesome.
Wow.
Yeah,
try
you
that.
knock back a few of those, you're in trouble.
We're
You
gonna
guys are-
attach the recipe for that to the end of this podcast.
Do you guys remember the candy that was like wax? They're like wax bottles.
Yes.
Oh, yes.
You'd bite the top off and then there'd be like juice inside.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was
y'all
it.
like those?
Those sucked.
I thought
liked
they
them,
sucked
man.
too, but
They were weird.
Yeah, but then you had the wax bottle, and you could like play with it and reshape it, and like throw it at people. It was kind of cool.
no.
Yeah.
Did I ever
Didn't do
Did I ever
that.
tell you my Bacardi 151 story?
Please do.
I'll tell you
Everyone
the end
has one
first.
and then they forget halfway through.
I'll tell you the end. At the end, I threw a lazy boy recliner down the stairs at my best friend. That's the end of the story. The beginning of the story is we're at a party and I'm pretending to be the bartender making like daiquiris and stuff like that. And I didn't even know what Bacardi 151 was. I just saw Bacardi. I thought it was like regular rum, and I'm pouring them heavy to everyone at the party. Hours later, I'm throwing a lazy boy chair down the stairs at my best friend.
Because you were drinking what you were making.
And then when you
I never had a sense.
later you went and looked up that house, and it turned out that there had been furniture violence there like many, many years ago.
Yes. Yeah. It was
Sorry.
exciting. I haven't had it since. It's not good for you.
So
It sounds great.
it sounds like it was
We can
doing
start
the job.
throwing furniture. We got to bring
You've
that
never
to the
had
next
Bacardi
camp out.
151?
Not
No,
until
I've
then.
had Captain Morgan. I think Captain Morgan is
Oh,
usually
honey.
what we buy for rum.
151 is what?
100 proof.
100. Yeah, it's 100 proof.
Whatever.
Or,
No,
yeah.
151, then that means it's like
I think it's 150
95%.
proof.
Actually, it's 151 proof.
Yeah.
so 151 proof.
151.
Proof
Is
if you
half.
break
So
that
it's
in half,
75% alcohol.
75% alcohol. Yeah.
Yeah, so it's
Yeah,
pretty.
that'll kill you. That'll kill you.
That's how you can light it
yeah.
on fire.
And you end up throwing furniture down the stairs.
I remember, or I was told, that I had moonshine when I was like 19, 20.
Mm.
And it was like straight, it was Everclear 190.
Yeah, that's
So
just
that's
grain
like
alcohol. man.
that's like 95% alcohol.
Yeah.
And you would light it on fire,
Yep.
drink it, and then chase it with Mountain Dew. And it was at the same time that I was partaking in that, I
Did you
also
stop molesting yourself?
look. I love the tattoo.
I think
the tattoo is freaking great.
what we should have recorded is the few minutes where I was drawing that on you with
That
the
was
Sharpie
great.
marker.
It was great.
Yeah, you could have made that as shorts.
And I really wanted to do the tuck
Were you
moment,
wearing
but I
the
felt
mask
like
when
that
you're
might
like
take us over the edge.
I
In fact, we found
I used a
this.
Sharpie
I don't even
marker.
know where this came from,
Yeah,
but
the
we were
cane was
so
top
close
there.
to doing that for the tuck moment.
I
but
used this. I actually put a black dot on Zeus's nipple.
it
Nipples.
felt delightful.
What was the story that you were telling?
I don't
he
even
doesn't
remember.
know. Don't even try.
Think about moonshine?
So at the
Oh,
same time around the same time that I did the moonshine, I was in love with this girl. Her name was Bonnie. And
She
her
ran off with
roommate
Clyde.
became like one of my dad's best friends. And so around that time I wanted to impress her, so I decided to drink mushroom tea.
Good choice. That's pragmatic.
And I woke up at some point in the night naked,
Like
lying in my parents'
shrooms
bed.
tea?
What's that?
Like shrooms, mushrooms?
Yeah, shrooms.
Okay.
Mm.
Yeah. I don't know how that applies to Halloween, but it's a great story.
You ever had peyote?
Yeah, I think we went off the rails with Halloween.
Anyway,
a while
okay,
ago.
this kind of roll it back.
Just
You ever
like
had
the article
absinthe?
Tom sent
You
on.
guys ever had absinthe?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Huh. It's kind of Halloweeny. Shit makes you hallucinate. Anyway, back to candy.
What do you
Yeah,
got?
I have a friend that they
I
don't
can't believe
do-
you guys haven't seen a lot more ghosts than you have with all this drinking and mushrooms.
So that night, I woke up and I look over and my mom's there.
Mhm.
And she's like, "What the hell are you doing here?" And I go, "I don't know. I think I'll leave." And then I realized that I was naked.
Wait, what?
I've never had shrooms tea, but I've had shrooms pizza, and it's fucking terrible.
Didn't taste good.
Oh,
like
oh.
shrooms pizza. Yeah, that seems like an awful way to take in your hallucinogens.
Did you hear about
I don't
the,
think so. It might be the best way.
How come no one has ever like ground it up and put it in a capsule?
I guarantee they do.
They do.
Yeah, psilocybin. Yeah, they're using that in like depression situations. Psilocybin is getting a lot of positive vibes lately.
Did you guys hear about the Malaysian mom and son that almost died from eating death cat mushrooms in their soup?
No,
Like this was like 2 weeks ago up in New York. Like apparently it's a known thing, but there's this
Are those the ones with like the red, like that are red with white dots or
I
something?
don't know what they look like. No, they're not the red ones. They had a picture of one, but it looks like every mushroom I've ever seen.
Right.
Oh.
They all look the same.
But they apparently in Malaysia, it looks like a mushroom that is in Malaysia that people use a lot in recipes. So they use some of this. It immediately like started shutting their liver down. The one person,
Wow.
I think the son, they basically you have about a 50% chance of dying if you eat any of this stuff.
It's like a puffer fish.
Yeah, actually, it's 50 to 70%, something like that. Anyway, so
Oh,
the
dude.
son was like 25, the mom was like 64 or something like that. The son survived after a few days in the hospital, and the mother had to have a liver transplant
Mhm.
Wow.
to survive. And I was like, holy moly, I didn't even know there was stuff that deadly mushroom wise, but I guess so.
My cousin, one time we were at a wedding, she just ate a fucking mushroom out of the ground. She got pretty sick, but she didn't need a liver transplant or anything.
There's a lot you can eat out of the ground. I mean, we pick them here sometimes. I mean, my wife knows all about this. I mean, you can pick.
Yeah.
I mean, there's a lot of mushrooms you can eat. You know, what do they
Yeah.
call them? The turkey something, and
Well,
I
I have
there's ones that you can't eat.
a Polish person that I know that will straight up eat a mushroom right out of the ground, and I'm
Mhm.
like,
mushrooms are good, man.
mushrooms.
Mushrooms have nothing to do with Halloween.
Yeah. But tripping has a
Touche.
lot to do with
So-
Halloween.
So, okay, costumes. I think that was the other thing that you were talking about, Desiree.
Oh no, decorate. I was at the costume store.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Do you guys like decorate your house
Yes.
for
Of
Halloween?
course.
Like,
Yeah.
describe to me your house right now, the outside of your house.
Okay, so I've got a few pumpkins that are various sizes that have, and two of them have been completely destroyed by squirrels.
Mm-hmm. Saw that.
Yeah, well now actually I came out this morning to go to work and there was a black squirrel in one of the pumpkins. I was like,
That's funny.
and
Why
Yeah,
does
we
it
do that.
race? Why does its race have to?
well,
come
they have
into
black
this?
squirrels around here.
Right?
And then I had
Just say
let's see,
Hey.
we've got some mums, we got some potted mums out
Mhm,
there.
mhm.
We've got a skull or two floating around. We got spider web all over the house.
Mhm.
We've got a trash bag ghost hanging in the tree.
Nice.
That's about it. Yep.
Well, I have a
I
condo.
like homemade stuff. I'm not, and I see the store-bought stuff. I'm not judging anyone else, but personally, I like kind of cheesy homemade Halloween.
Well,
stuff,
I hate
you know.
when you go by a house and it's got like this 19-foot freaking ghost.
Or the skeleton. Have you guys seen those like 20-foot skeletons people they sell at Home Depot? They're like $300.
It's like
Those
clearly
animatronic like Frankensteins. Ugh,
Oh, those are cool.
cheese
Yeah.
dick. Is
Yeah,
what we call
no,
that
we
here in
used to-
Kansas.
We used to do that stuff all the time in my old house. You know, where my ex would like put out. We had neighbors. We had these neighbors across the street.
Wait, did he just say when my ex would put out?
Yeah, she would put
Okay.
out the Halloween decorations.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. No, but anyway, we had these neighbors and they owned like some kind of an old railroad track train museum up in New Hampshire. And then they moved and they got this house across the street and they were really eccentric. And so they would get these like they'd have like Freddy Krueger and the Pinhead from Hellraiser, Michael Myers, Jason, like these big statues that moved, and they would put out like a coffin. And they had so much stuff, and we had kids that they would just give us a bunch of like these huge animatronic ghouls and monsters and skeletons.
To put up.
Yeah, so the whole neighborhood was kind of like really went all out.
That's
Yeah.
awesome.
So people would come from all over the place with their kids, and they'd have the wagon with beer in it, and
Mm-hmm.
go trick or treating. And it was a Halloween festival, like just on our block. It was really
That's awesome.
cool. Yeah,
We
no,
have a neighborhood like that. They're here. It's required. I don't live in it, but it's College Hill. They are required, like in their covenant, to
Their
decorate
covenant.
the fuck out of their house for Halloween.
Wow.
Christmas.
That's so weird that it's
And-
called a covenant because isn't a covenant like a contract with God?
Or well,
Their bylaws, their code of fucking
Bylaw,
living there.
HOA.
I don't know what they're called.
Halloween's kind of connected to religion.
Thousands of kids go there.
All Hallows Eve
fucking
and All
crowded.
Saints Day.
There's houses that set up like on if Halloween's on a Sunday, they'll have like dads will get together in somebody's yard and set up like a screen, like a projector with the football game on it.
Mhm.
Like
Oh yeah.
thousands of kids. It's not even good candy because there's too many damn kids.
It's
Wow.
It's freaking candy corn and mounds.
Yeah. Pencils.
I was
Straws.
telling my daughter about this trick or treating memory I had from when I was a kid. It's probably like 8 years old or something, 7 or 8 years old, and I lived in this like townhome community, so it was easy to trick or treat because there was like 200 houses. You took a short amount of time to walk around, and there was this period of time, and I actually, you guys may remember this. I don't know if it was just around Baltimore, but there were these few years where people would set up like kind of extravagant yard displays, and instead of going to the door and knocking and saying trick or treat, they would just leave the door open and you would walk into the house, and then the trick or treats would be like 15 feet inside the house, and they would have like a scene set up in the front room or whatever.
Yeah.
Like that. It was like a big thing. Like a lot of people did it.
Yeah,
So-
we had people that did that. It was great.
Okay,
Or
so
like in their garage or something. Yeah.
or the garage, but we didn't have garages. It was
Oh.
townhomes. But anyway, this one house, I'll never forget it. I'm with my friend Keith, the same one with the starbursts, and in the front yard, there's like these dummies set up, like scarecrows and like fake people, but like this one, and they're all like kind of like heads missing and stuff. And this one, it's like blood and its chest is all ripped open, and they took spaghetti mixed with like blood, and it's all like coming out. It's like really gross. So like you go into the house and there's like nothing set up. There's like no scene. It's nothing, but you walk down and there's a single light on down in the kitchen, and like I knew the houses because they were all the same. And if you go around the corner, that's like kind of where the table would be.
Right.
So Keith and I walk down the hallway with some other kids, and there's this dude who's dressed up in like a t-shirt, and like jeans, and he's just eating spaghetti at the table.
That's so funny.
And he's got a bowl of candy on the table, and like we go up there and Keith's like,
Was it Twizzlers?
trick or treat, like that. And he looks up at us and just points to the bowl. That was it. And I was like, I've thought about it years later. I'm like, was that real?
Did you put it together when you were there?
No, I mean, we didn't put it together when we were there, but I think he knew what he was doing, and I think he was waiting to hear the sound of people come down the hallway before he'd start eating, because he was like doing that thing, like, he was doing like this,
Like Billy Bob Thornton.
We were like trick or
Slim
treat,
Blade
and he was
kinda
like,
vibe.
he like point to the candy. Anyway, I'm like, who comes up with that stuff, man?
That's good.
Well, and every haunted house he went through had the bowl of spaghetti
Yeah.
and grapes.
Yeah, grapes.
Grapes were eyeballs. Spaghetti was brains or whatever.
Yes, yeah.
Yeah. And guts. But they all had the same MO. It's like it's so funny now, like with technology the way it is now. They are probably, I mean, I haven't been to a haunted house in decades. I mean,
It's been a while.
I'll do like one of those haunted tours, like where you go out into the middle of the woods and they got it really going on.
I did do a corn maze a couple weeks ago.
Oh man, I just go through the corn. I can't even.
Look, have you guys been?
I'm a cheater.
Corn growing in your front yard. What are you talking about?
I have it in my back.
I know Monica's been in a corn maze, but have you guys been in a corn maze before?
Oh yeah.
Sure.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, I'd never been in one till like 2 weeks ago. I didn't realize.
Did it frustrate the hell out of you?
Well, I'm like, okay, let's go do the corn maze. I was there with my friend and his daughters and my daughter and his wife. Anyway, so I'm like, okay, let's do the corn maze. It was like an hour and a half, man.
Yeah.
Corn
There's
maze.
some that are like really intricate and difficult.
Yeah, I was like,
Yeah, I hate
Did you get a
those.
map?
I'm getting claustrophobic. This isn't fun anymore. And like,
So that's when you go through the corn.
we ended up asking for the way out. Like, we were
You
just like,
can't
okay.
The
cheat,
corn.
though. You can't do that.
Anyway,
Did you get a map?
no.
They'll give you the one I did like that. You have like a map, and then they'll have like certain spots you get to. where
This
there's,
is
like,
where we're
a
getting the lame
trivia
insight.
question and answer, and then you can know which
But
way
it's
to
like
go.
you really don't even know where you are on the map.
You don't know.
Yeah,
but
you
here's the
don't.
thing, man.
That's the problem.
How freaking lame are we that you need a map through a corn maze? They're not going to let you die.
I
don't
don't
No,
know.
I'm just cutting
No,
the
but
corn.
you want to
That's
get
what I'm
out
doing.
keep
like
you
within
alive.
2 hours. You
It
don't
just
want
had
to
to be,
be
like,
there
6
all
feet.
day.
So you know what?
This thing was huge.
Take the risk. You want to do it, you do it, but you don't freaking complain
Well, you're not gonna starve.
about not having a map.
Right,
for
you're not
your
gonna-
corn maze.
you're not
Hold
gonna
on, let me
starve
pull
to
up the
death.
corn maze app.
I'm walking through it and I'm like, how did they make this? Do they plant the corn and then come through and cut it down, or do they plant it
They
in the
cut
maze
it
shape?
down.
Well, no,
Clearly
I
they
asked.
cut it down.
I know, but I had to ask. The guy was like, no,
Why
cut
would
it
you
down.
have to ask, Hamburglar?
I don't know, man. And you know what the name of the corn maze was? This is great.
Mike's gonna cry. Is that what it was called? It was called I'm lost. Is that what it's called?
It was called Corn Fusion.
Or
Good
you
name.
should fusion
Corn
with your
fusion.
sissiness, you boob. I'm never. You know what I do? I walk through the corn.
You got-
If I
That's what I'm
can't-
saying. You got to cut through the corn.
I find the next row. I walk through the
But
corn
that
because guess
defeats
what?
the
The
whole
corn's not
purpose.
deadly.
The corn does
Oh.
have spider webs in it, though. This will get you.
So wait, out in Kansas, they got to have some pretty sick corn mazes.
They got a lot of corn mazes,
Yeah.
but
That's like everybody's front yard in Kansas.
Yeah, man.
backyard. I have a corn and a corn patch and a pumpkin patch in my backyard. So.
Really?
I bet you hate corn.
No,
I
I
like
love.
corn.
You like corn?
I like corn. Corn's good.
Good
We don't
place
really
to
grow a lot of corn in Kansas. It's a lot of wheat, but
Oh, pumpkin patches are cool, man. I always bought.
no.
They're
Fuck
not as
pumpkin
scary
patches.
as the corn mazes.
But when they're
The corn mazes aren't scary.
what?
Corn mazes aren't scary.
They are
Not
nice.
scary.
Frustrating.
It got annoying. But pumpkin patches are cool when you go to pick a pumpkin and it's still attached to the
What happened?
vine.
This is the
Apparent-
one.
Oh,
Is that a
it's
corn
a
maze?
Pikachu.
This is the
corn maze.
one. This is at Wayside Farms out here in Virginia.
Oh
You
wow,
see how intricate this thing is?
dude,
Yeah,
that's awesome.
Yeah, you
They
need
do
a
it the
map
same way you do the crop circles with that bender
with the
thing.
sticks.
Wait, you mean aliens did this?
Yeah, man.
No,
Yeah, it's a crop
aliens
circle.
didn't do crop circles
Oh, you
either.
can't even see it all. Yeah.
Wait a minute. In the bottom left-hand corner.
Oh, sorry.
Oh, sorry.
Son of a bitch.
I just saw a swastika.
You did not.
It was
so,
the bottom left-hand corner. I'm not
wait,
kidding.
so
Go
Nazis
back to the
did
picture.
that?
We need to clarify this.
Just saying.
All right, so Nazis who like Pikachu did that.
It is Virginia.
Where is
Bottom
it?
right
No,
hand
okay,
corner?
no, don't zoom out. It went off the side of the screen. There it is, bottom left-hand corner. Look,
Bottom
I was
left.
just with my screen.
That is not.
That
What
you're
you
looking
think
for
it
a
is?
swastika in that.
Yeah,
That's not a
that's.
swastika.
Yeah, you're creating the swastika.
What are we talking about? Okay.
That's
Yeah,
just
sure.
your Republican.
No, there's definitely white supremacists in the
And
corn.
Pikachu.
They-
I felt
Tom,
like I was walking 10 miles, Mike.
what does your house look like? What is it decorated like?
My house is decorated
Oh.
like a beat up condo.
I said,
to
Tom.
get out of.
She was asking Tom.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I thought you did your house already. Now mine sounds kind of like Mike's. We got the spider webs with the spiders and the little hedges. We got
Mhm.
some hanging ghosts and witches from the tree. There's actually a bale of hay on the front porch and some little
Classic.
pumpkins and some little squirrels and thing. We got lights like around the poles on the front porch, and we've
Mhm.
got the those laser things where you can like project an
And
image
on your
like,
garage.
the garage
Mhm.
door. So yeah, we
Yeah.
got that, and
Oh
it's,
my
it says Happy
God.
Halloween with the little
That's pretty
ghost.
nifty.
So it's
Yeah.
all like mainly
Yeah,
store bought
basic.
stuff. Sorry, Mike, but
I'm gonna stay.
Yeah,
in a
no.
condo.
I mean, I don't. No judgment. I'm saying me personally. I like the cheesy homemade look. But
Yeah, and pumpkins and mums and corn husks that came from my backyard, and I got a skeleton hanging on the front door instead of a wreath.
not a
Do
real
you-
one.
Now, Desiree, here's the
Hmm.
important
Is it a real
question:
skeleton?
do you hand out candy, or do you just put a bowl out in front of the house and?
I
Let it
don't
go.
do any of that. I just go trick or treating with my kid. We turn our
Oh,
porch
you don't-
light.
So you don't give out candy. You only take. You're a taker, not
Yep.
a
Mhm.
giver.
Wait, you don't
Huh.
give out candy?
Who is going to give out the candy when I have to go trick or treating with my kid?
I don't know. Leave a bowl or time it. I don't
So
know.
he
No, because
what,
these
he's
asshole
like
kids are just going
12?
to take it all.
He's like
I
Yeah,
think
well,
I did leave.
that's-
I think last year I did leave a bowl. I think.
Okay.
That's the problem with the leaving the bowl is the honor system doesn't always work.
I don't
No.
know. Kids have no honor.
You always get someone out there.
Yeah, ruining it
never
for
took-
everybody else.
I never took the whole bowl, but I definitely would handfuls.
oh,
Definitely.
yeah.
Oh hell yeah!
No, you gotta take you gotta take one.
Yeah, yeah. Did I tell this story last year? I'm sorry if I did, but when I was like 15 or whatever, and I was too old to trick or treat, or so I thought, I was giving out. It was the first year I gave out candy, and I was like feeling all old and everything. And the front door of our house, it had a glass storm door, and like that little piston thing that's supposed to slow it down decided to stop working.
You just slam.
It did. It stopped working when I was giving out candy, and I would push the door open and then stick my foot out sometimes and give it out to candy. Anyway, I pushed the door open, and it immediately came right back, and I had my hand out like this,
Ooh.
and it just like broke right through the glass and like lacerated my hand in like 5 places. Blood's
God.
like going all over the place. And the
There's like little
They're like,
kids are watching this.
trick or treat. And I'm like sitting there, like blood's getting in the bowl.
He's
I'm like,
running
Yeah.
on-
and so I go upstairs, like I give the kids a candy. I go upstairs. I'm like, my parents are like, what happened? I'm like, my hand went like through the glass, and they're like reading the newspaper. And I'm
Get a
like,
Band-Aid.
"Oh."
Right. Parents, when we were kids, was
They
like,
didn't
throw
wear-
some dirt on it.
Yeah, it was like, go get a Band-Aid. I'm like, I
Imagine
still
what
have
those
scars.
kids
I still
said.
have
They
a
probably
scar
went
here.
back to their friends. They're like, "Oh, you got to go to this house. He's
Yeah.
gonna
Yeah.
cut his hand in the door. It's gonna be awesome."
They're like, is this real blood or fake blood? I don't
Yeah,
know.
They thought it was like part of the show.
They probably thought,
Mike,
they're probably doing a podcast somewhere. Like, man, this guy was elaborate. It was like, I don't even know how he did it to this day. It was
Yeah.
such good
You think
special
that
effects.
spaghetti eating guy was good? This guy was chopping his hand off.
Those grapes, they're not eyeballs. They're
They're
just
not
grapes.
eyeballs. Unbelievable. I just love this time of year.
I
really
do like a good Halloween.
I like a good fall.
The what?
Yeah,
I like
fall.
fall. I don't like really Halloween. It's just kind of
Coincidence?
Like we went out like last weekend with some friends. We went out apple picking, and it was like out in Germantown somewhere. Anyway, and they had like this cidery place, that brews cider. And we went there and had some ciders and big pretzels, and it was like fall. It's like super. They had like fire pits going and all that stuff, and it's like, this is fantastic.
I
a couple
think-
a couple years ago. We went to this thing called zombie paintball. And
all sounds awesome.
It
You
does.
like ride in like the hayride truck or whatever, and there's so many people, like 15 people on it, and they give you have to buy like so many paintballs, and they give you the paintball gun or the airsoft gun, and you like every so often these zombies just come out of the woodworks and you just shoot them and shit. Like,
Oh, I would love that.
what else do we have to do in Kansas
That's
fields except for shoot
awesome.
fucking
That's
zombies?
good.
I would.
Wait,
love
I would
that.
hate that job.
Wait, you would have the paintball gun, and they would come out, and then you could shoot them?
Yeah.
That is
That's a
amazing.
great
How do you have anything left from shooting your friends that are standing right next to you?
Oh,
Like,
you can't shoot each other.
Oh, sure you can.
Oh, you get kicked off the truck.
That is
Whatever.
awesome.
I'll take the risk.
Just wait till you got one
Definitely shoot
paintball
the guy
left.
next to me.
Wait, what'd you say, Tom?
So wait till you got one paintball left, and then you shoot your friend with it. Then if they kick you off, it's okay. I mean,
Yeah, that says my oldest. His thing is like paintballs suck, man. It's all about airsoft now. I'm like, no, paintballs
Wait,
kind of rock.
what's the difference?
Airsoft is just pellets that cause pain.
Yeah, but then you can't.
Right.
So-
You need to have a mark. You
Yeah.
need to show where you hit.
No, I'm with you.
Yeah. Kids just don't appreciate.
I tell you, now I'm starting to sound like an old person, but Desiree's story about the zombie thing.
It's
Is it all the time?
It's like 86 episodes.
But Desiree's story reminded me, and it's like something that they would never do anymore. Like when I was, I don't know, I think I was in college, and one summer I worked at this place called Frontier Town outside Ocean City, Maryland. And it was like all this old Western stuff, and you would be in a role, and you would be a role for a week, and then you'd be in a different role. So like one week I was Doc Holliday, and we do like the gunfight. At the
I'll be your
crowd.
Huckleberry.
But they gave us real guns that fired blanks, right? So they would
jeez.
never do that anymore. And two, there was this one part where they had like a little train ride that went out into the woods and all that stuff. And at the beginning of the train ride, the conductor would like bring this like box supposedly full of gold and be like, I need to hide this gold on board because we're going through these woods and there's bandits out there that may want to
Bandits.
So I want to stick it under. I need to stick it under someone's seat to hide it, in case they rob us or something like that. And they'd get like some 6-year-old and stick the thing under his seat. And then we'd be hanging out in the woods, and the train would come by, and like we would like start firing, and like jump on the train again, real guns with blanks in them, and then be like, "Where's the gold?" And then like there was always.
Where's the gold?
Would they get? You talk
It's
about
in their hills.
This wasn't that. This was like 92, 93. It wasn't that long ago. But I don't think they would do that anymore.
No, they they wouldn't. No,
They had the guy like at the beginning of the day at Frontier Town. The guy who was the bank robber. He had this oversized sombrero that was like 5 feet in diameter on his head, and he'd be like sleeping in front of the bank with his head down, and he would like wake up and like he was like the robber of the bank, And then like one time I had to be Sam the barber, and like kids would come in to get fake, shaves and haircuts, and then there was like tonic in the bottle. It was like this blue, and you had to pretend like you were drinking it and like getting drunk, and then you'd have like this fake razor that you're like tried to like shave it. I just look back at that now. I'm like, I would never take my kid there.
No, there's.
They don't do that.
So many
anymore.
violent aspects.
But Frontier Town's still there. I don't know if they do all that stuff. Anyway, whatever.
That's hilarious.
Haunted houses, like, they're just so cheesy and lame anymore. But would you guys ever go to McCamey Manor?
What's that?
Where? What?
McCamey Manor.
What is that?
You have to tell us
This
about
is
it.
like
do people stay overnight in this place, or is that what
no, it's like no, it's just like one of those really big haunted houses, like an adult haunted house, but it's like a fucking torture house.
Wow.
You pay to be tortured.
No, you don't even pay. It's free. You got to bring like a donation of dog food or something.
Free torture.
It's free torture.
Yeah,
Wow, I guess
and
there's
sign like
that's
a freaking death
now.
contract. It's been
And
around
this
for a
is
long time.
only in Kansas.
And there's only one.
No,
of
it's
these,
in
I guess.
Tennessee. It's in
Tennessee.
Tennessee.
Tennessee. I wrote down Tennessee. I'm gonna look it up.
Yes,
Yeah.
this is a story for a later date.
No, I gotta look that up.
Hmm.
So, and Jack, do you know anything about Action Park?
Yeah.
I mean, did you ever go there?
No, I never did. I was more of a great Six Flags Great Adventure guy. But living here, there were TV commercials like every afternoon watching like cartoons and whatnot after school. And there were always commercials on for Action Park.
Yeah, I never went there
Always.
either. I don't know how close. I just know it was in New Jersey.
Yeah, no, it was pretty close. It was pretty close. We just, you saw the commercials and you saw these little car thingies speeding around a concrete, track. And that didn't really appeal to me as a kid. Like, I just thought that looks like a disaster. I'm afraid I don't want to.
Well, so for those who don't know, Action Park was an amusement park in New Jersey that like people died at there. Like people would get injured like dramatically.
Because the rides were shit or what?
Yeah. We had a place like that around here. It was like Adventureland or something. I took Ollie to, and it started raining one time, and we were all like running into the place, and he literally slides on his elbow for like 6 feet, like road rat. Yeah, those places are death traps.
Well, this place ended up getting closed. They were sued.
It had to.
People died.
Update on the Schlitterbahn story. Verrückt is no longer standing.
What's
is
that?
The slide.
Oh yeah, the one where the kid got like
Oh yes,
Beheaded.
decapitated.
Yeah, that slide's not going to go well with today's woke.
Well, they tore it down.
Good.
Hey Tom, is that an oven rack from your oven?
It is not.
Oh, okay.
It's
I'm just
close.
curious.
Is it like a baby gate?
No.
toaster oven?
Should I do a reveal?
No.
Yes.
No, you
Show me
don't
prop.
need to. I
don't
don't
spoil
want to
the
destroy the
illusion.
illusion.
I
Because
love
it's
how
really
I love
good.
how
Okay,
bare
after we go
bones-
off the air, I'll show you what it is.
I love how bare
Yeah,
bones.
guys, speaking of which, it's like 11. I got to tap out. So somebody else is going to have to say the adios amigos.
No, I think we're probably good. You can. What do you think?
No, I got to get going too.
Yeah.
All right,
We've
well,
done an hour and a
then-
half.
All right, well then we've definitely been on for a while now, and I think it's time to wrap things up a little bit.
Yes, it is. Yes.
All right, happy Halloween to all of our viewers, all 4 of you.
Yep.
We'll get there.